How you doing, guys? It is the Get Loud podcast presented by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. That's Smoot. I'm Jinx. How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. How about yourself?
Man, I'm doing what we've been working today.
Hey, work. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. And, we can talk about this All-Star game, man, because I'm torn.
You want to go ahead and just get into it?
Why not, man?
Okay, let's do it.
Because it's a damn mess.
Okay.
Let's be honest. I come from the generation of Michael Jordan.
Okay.
Versus Dominique Wilkins.
Oh.
In the slam dunk contest. Dunk after dunk after dunk.
Coming at each other.
D. Brown. Vince Carter. Hell, Dwight Howard.
Who's a fool, by the way.
Yes. Like, I come from.
But he could dunk. It was unbelievable.
When did the 1% alpha athletic male stop loving to compete?
Yeah.
When did that happen, Jinx? And I have to blame it on one man. And I love LeBron. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm one of them people, I think you can have 2 GOATs in your yard. 3, 4, 5 GOATs. And that's what it is. I think LeBron is just as much the GOAT as Michael Jordan. Right? I do think that. But when LeBron James came into the league, and they begged him to be in the slam dunk contest, and he refused to do it ever.
Right.
All the rest of the stars followed him.
That's right.
And none of them got into the slam dunk contest after that ever. The 3-point contest, it still brings the stars out.
Yes.
But why are they scared of the dunk contest? Do you think a bad dunk will ruin your career, how we feel about you? At what point does the alpha athlete stop being an alpha?
Well, you know, it's a good question, and I don't know why. I have a theory or two. Number one is these dudes are all friends now. Which is fine. They all hang out on a banana boat in the off season, and they're all buddies, which is okay. But back in the day, and I'm kind of an old head, but Jordan hated everybody.
Yeah.
Bird and Magic didn't like each other.
Yeah.
Magic and Isaiah Thomas had a riff for a long time.
Yeah.
These dudes did not chill out together in the off season.
Never.
It was cutthroat. And when Jordan and Nick would go at it in the slam dunk contest, I mean, it was like, what can you do?
Yeah.
This is what I got.
I'm going to do it better.
I'm going to do it better.
Yeah.
It was just back and forth, and it was thrilling. Of course, the dunks were great, but it was, these are 2 of the best in the game trying to come at one another.
Yeah.
And that added a layer where, all right, Mac McClung, that's great. Who's coming after Mac McClung? He plays in the G League.
I'm about to say, Jinx, at the end of the day, the best dunker in the world is a G League basketball player.
Right.
If you're in the NBA, if I'm a player right now, I got to be sitting on that roster saying, I can outdo the G League player.
Right.
You can't because you're scared of the stage. He's not. He's not scared of the stage, and you are. I can't believe the best dunker in the world is not even in the NBA.
And you know what? If you lose to him, there's no shame in that.
And
it's all right. It's a dunk contest.
Hey, Jaylen Brown just lost to him.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you think any less of him?
I don't, because he just got paid $200+ million. I don't think
cares?
Nothing. Matter of fact, applaud Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
All right? Thank you for standing up, doing what NBA players should do.
Yes.
I have seen guys play harder in a pickup game at UCLA.
I believe it.
Then they take more pride in a pickup game than they do the NBA All-Star game. 400. I ain't think there was that much time on the clock. No defense, shot after shot after shot. It's just, let's just end it. How about we bring the NFL players, let them be in the dunk contest?
Is that the solution, honestly, where it's just some sort of, because skills competition? Because Sabrina versus Steph was probably the best part of the weekend.
It was the best part of the weekend. And I have been saying this. My way to bring the WNBA to another level is I want this to happen, Jinx. Tell me what you think about this idea. I feel when I take my daughters and my sons to basketball games, compared to football games, it's very short.
Yes.
I remember in high school, we used to watch the girls play, and then we watched the boys play. How about if I went to the Washington Wizards game, and the Mystics played first, and the Wizards played second? So I get to literally be in here for 6 hours maybe.
Yeah.
All right? And I think that high school format will not only enrich the WNBA, make them a lot popular, but get them on the money train.
Yeah.
And I think you get more bang for your buck The stadium makes more money. The owners makes more money. Everybody makes more money. Would you go to a game and you got to watch the WNBA play first, then the NBA?
I think it would be great, but is it plausible, right? Because then you got to switch courts. Well, I guess you don't have to switch courts.
You don't
The
have to
same
switch
court,
court.
but to have that much basketball, like what time do you start that game so that people can go to both?
Now, we're talking time restraints.
Yes.
We're talking that. But I think a lot of people will still, if you're not a Mystic fans, a lot of people get their time right where they make it in just when the Wizards are playing.
Right.
So I think you mesh both of these crowds.
But then there's also cost, right?
Yeah.
You're getting double the game. Now you have to pay more for an already expensive product, right? These ownership groups, especially if you own both teams,
Yeah.
you're not going to charge the same for two teams on the same court. You're going to be like, oh, then we're going to double the prices then.
Well, because I'm giving you a double header.
Right.
All right, so if I'm giving you a double header and these teams need to share revenue, you was paying 30, because I can't kick you out. It ain't like we can flush the crowds out. Once
Right.
you're in. And that's the whole thing of it. So I think I can go ticket and a half. I can charge you a ticket and a half for 2 games.
Are people going to pay for it, though? Going to a pro game is already pricey
Yeah, it is.
in any sport.
I totally understand it, but I just think you get more consumption, more bang for your buck if it's 2 games.
I will say this, whatever the NBA does, they do need to, at the risk of sounding really old, they do need some sort of defense, some sort of balance, because in the old days, these were games, they were grinded out. It was 92-84.
Yeah.
And I understand why people want to see offense. I get that. But now we've sort of tipped the scales in the other direction where routinely you'll see 142, 138. This all-star game had a team score 200 points for the first time. I think they need that healthy balance.
It ain't no healthy balance because first of all, it's an all-star game in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
It's only so much you can do. I think it's getting to the point now where the game is just obsolete.
Yeah.
I think it's all about the 3-point contest, the skills challenge, the slam dunk contest. I can't say it's bad. I can't say it's good because I'm not seeing the best athletes in it.
Right.
I'm not seeing I want to see Luka the Dunn. And I hate to tell everybody I told you so. I told everybody Luka won't be good before he got here. Then nobody want to listen to old Fred Smoot. But Luka Lannister, I want to see Luka in the 3-point contest.
Okay.
I want to see all the best.
Right.
I want to see the highest flying dunkers in the game. I want to see all of that. And come up with some kind of defensive challenge. If you don't put defense on the forefront, you can't sell it to people. All right, Draymond, when you say defense in the NBA, it's one person come to mind.
Yeah.
Draymond. Name somebody else that just defense is my thing.
Drew Holiday.
That's what I'm
The
saying.
list is very short.
The list is short.
Kawhi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the list, PG play a little defense.
Yeah.
But other than that, like they leaving it behind. It's like if you want to get paid in the NBA now, you need to score 30 a game. Simple as that.
We're going to pay some bills.
Pay them
we got to
bills.
talk some football, man.
Yeah.
Some off-season football. All right.
We just so upset with this All-Star game. Man. The Pro Bowl's no better.
Oh, my God.
The Pro Bowl's no better. Like, let's just be honest.
I couldn't watch a tug of war. I mean, I get it. It's fine.
Yeah. Right. But
I understand why they got rid of the Pro Bowl. You know what I mean?
it's just the football too physical for that extra game. I'm sorry.
And it's a longer season anyway. Like, you can only wring so much out of the human body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right about that.
All right, let's talk about Honda, guys. You know Honda. Feel the power of the CR-V Hybrid and Accord Hybrid, Honda's most electrifying vehicles yet. Find adventure in one of Honda's rugged SUVs and trucks like the Pilot Trail Sport, Honda's most rugged SUV ever, or experience the thrilling performance of the fun-to-drive Honda Civic with an available turbocharged engine. Get power, performance, and ruggedness with Honda. Find the Honda perfect for you at your local Honda dealer today.
Brother.
Today. All right, RTS, Recycle Track Systems, transforming the way commercial businesses and communities manage waste and recycling. They combine the power of AI with premium customer service to optimize waste pickup schedules, ensuring timely and efficient collections to keep our neighborhoods cleaner and
greener.
Visit RTS.com to learn more about how RTS can help your business manage waste more responsibly.
You know, we've been recycling all our life. I remember as a kid, you remember the can man?
The can man.
The can man.
Yes.
Everybody had a can man in their city, and we would just take these bags of like soda cans and beer
That's how I made money as a kid.
That's what I'm telling
Yes.
you. I have been a green guy. I have been a recycler my whole life. Like, for our generation, the can man was the extra money outside the house.
Yes.
I could do this without my mom and daddy knowing that
Right.
I'm going to get this money. And I'm too young to know about the can man.
Imagine today if you said, what are you guys going to do this afternoon? Well, we're going to get on our bikes. We're going to take a trash bag, couple trash bags, and then wherever we see litter, we see cans, we're going to pick those cans up and put them in a bag and make money once we turn those cans in. They'd be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. These new kids, they won't do none of that. They not. Somebody might see me and put me on IG. I'm picking up cans. Like, we found glory in that.
It was, I can't believe that I was just riding around my buddies, grabbing some cans, and I'm going to get money for this.
Hey, 5 cents a can.
That's a lot of good money right there.
And now I'm riding my bike with like this big old garbage bag with just cans. Like I got aluminum poisoning on my back because I'm carrying so many cans. The good old days.
Oh, my God.
The good old days when people weren't scared to recycle, and recycling was a part of life.
It was. You just did it.
No, you just did it for money. Like, we did what we had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a different generation, though. We understand. We the generation that actually played defense.
Oh, that's right.
We the generation that loved the Pro Bowl. We the generation that showed up at the dunk contest, flushed the commode on people. We are the generation that didn't have cell phones. We the generation that our parents had to trust us to get home.
That's very true.
Yeah, to get home before that light come on. Like, we are the generation that had pay phones, house phones.
Oh, my God.
You remember twirling the cord?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember call waiting when it first hit?
And you thought it was the craziest thing ever.
Doom, doom, boop, boop. Did somebody...
I got 2 calls?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Listen, we are the generation that bridged the gap of non-tech and tech.
That's very true.
We are the test subjects.
Mm-hmm.
By the time we made the college cell phones, we were sidekicking it to death. We were like, we are the generation that they're going to look back on and say, this is the generation that bridged the gap. I guess we Gen X, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are the generation that brought us from Captain Kirk to Game of Thrones.
I remember, honestly, when computers were like home computers.
And
you're dialing up.
They dial up.
And I would do a little bit of programming. I was a nerd because I was like, what is this? So interesting to me. But I remember when, everybody remembers AOL, America Online. There was another. There was also an online service called CompuServe. Do you remember CompuServe?
I do.
So I remember getting this in the mail, and listen, the internet wasn't a thing. Going online wasn't a thing. This is the super early stages. So I remember looking at this. I was like, sports scores, weather, articles. What is this? It looks so, but I couldn't fathom what it was because nobody was online. The only people online were these people, the 1% of the population.
Yes.
So I was like,
and Bill Gates.
Yes,
Only
so
two
I was
people
like, this sounds amazing to me, but I don't know what it is.
To do with it.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get it. And, of course, now you wouldn't think about it, but I remember bridging that gap between learning about it and then watching it happen.
What if I told you, with my higher learning education at Mississippi State,
Okay.
that I created Twitter? Would
How?
you believe me?
I would not.
All right, you shouldn't, but I'm going to tell you the truth.
Okay.
All right, here go the truth. I had this website in college,
Okay.
smoochsmack.com, where I would get on here and talk trash to receivers, teams, and coaches.
Okay.
A platform created by me and one of my classmates. It blew up. My threads were set up the same as Twitter, where we could go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
You had it.
I had it in the palm of my hands. Instead of naming it Smooch Smack, I should have named it X. I should have named it Elon's Must app. Listen, I had it in the palm of my hands. $5 billion.
Oh, my God. You want to know my biggest regret online?
Oh, also,
go ahead.
my other
Go ahead.
biggest
Go ahead.
regret, I had a chance to invest in vitamin water.
Oh, no.
I blew it.
Didn't 50 Cent get rich off of that?
He did. Get rich or try dying. That's all I know. All I know is I had a chance to get in ground level.
Oh, no.
I was just so young, and they sent me like boxes of vitamin water.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is good. And it's free. By the way, I ain't going to invest with you. No problem. 2 minutes later, we're billionaires. What are you doing? I'm still playing ball.
Oh, my God. So are you going to be the second person to tell me? Because Colin Cowherd was saying on his radio show that the Commanders will win the NFC East in the upcoming 2024 season based on what he saw out of the Texans, right?
Yeah.
They have a new head coach.
Yep.
They get a stud quarterback in the draft. They get better on defense. They have plenty of cap space to bring guys in.
Yeah.
Can you see this realistically happening for this
Yes,
Commanders
I
bunch?
can.
Okay.
Philadelphia, as bad as we were last year, we played them toe-to-toe.
Yep.
New York is a mess. Travis Shamockery. All right? Dallas is the only hurdle. We already beat them by subtraction. We stole their defensive coordinator, made him our head coach. Our head coach now, in turns, knows every weakness and strength of the Cowboys. He knows who's good on offense. He knows who's good on defense. He knows how to attack Michael Parsons. He knows everything. Then, not only did we steal their defensive coordinator and made him our head coach, their other candidate, Joe Witt, we stole him too.
Yep.
They're going to take a step back on defense with an already, I don't know if we can win the big game offense.
Right.
It's a clear path for us to get a quarterback, get the free agents we need, get a play here, get a player here, plug and play, and beat these guys. I think it's no team in the NFC East that's unbeatable. It's no perfect team in this thing. I think Philadelphia brain trust is gone because when they lost those two coordinators, they went backwards. They got players, but coordinators mean a lot to this game. So I think we can win this by attrition. We can win this by subtracting from what the Cowboys had last year. They will take a step back, and us upgrading ourselves at quarterback gives us a chance to take a step forward.
How much does it help that you almost never see a repeat champion in this division?
It refreshes the palate.
Yes.
You know we got a chance. Like, you just know, and you know if you didn't win it last year, you got a chance. Like, that's the good thing about it right here. And let me ask you this. Dak played well this year.
He did.
CeeDee Lamb played well.
He did.
But they can't run the ball, and they can't stop the run. And we know this. And if you can't run the ball and you can't stop the run, you can't win playoff games.
And now they're in their heads. They have a real mental hurdle to get past.
Thank you. And they got to figure out what they're going to have to do in the cap, too. Like, they're not as cap-friendly as the rest of us. So I do see a way for us to not only win this division, but to be competitive. I can see that happening.
When you look at Dan Quinn as a head coach, and the fact that he brings in Joe Witt, and those guys having worked together, does that also give a team a leg up? Because you're not just bringing in guys that you know based on their reputations, and of course these guys know each other, but having worked so closely together, I would think it's huge.
That means you just pick up and run.
Right.
Like, it's no – and Coach Quinn don't have to second-guess him.
Right.
I trust you. Like, let me go over here with the outfit. Because I trust him that much that he knows what I like. He know when I like it. He know what style of defense I want to play. He know how I want these guys coached up. He knows everything. And that's why I say we won that with the Cowboys on attrition, because we not only stole your brain trust on defense, we stole your second brain trust also.
Yep. That's right.
So now that makes it easier for Coach Witt to get in this thing and get to work on what he wants them to do. And he knows the vision of the head coach. And anytime he need to pick his brain, he's right there in the office down, right next to him.
Yeah.
I can go right there. And, Coach, you remember what we did in 2005 against the Raiders? I think we need to try that this week. Like, so it's a memory base there, too, with these guys. And that's why I think their relationship going to be very strong.
I mean, it is exciting to see this coaching staff in place. And now, and we'll get to the draft in a second, but now you have more cap space than anyone else in the NFL.
Lot of cap space. Lot of cap space. That means a lot of opportunity. And you got a couple of positions that mirror each other, like meaning you need a left tackle, you need a right tackle. Well, I can get one in the draft. I can get one in free agency. All right, I need a guard. I can get one in free agency. I can draft this guy. All right, and then you got to ask yourself, let's be honest. If you do the numbers, let's say we draft 10 guys.
Okay.
5 probably play. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, no, that's always the way it is.
So when you look at these positions that you want to fill with starters, all of them can't be draftees.
Right.
Like, they're going to have to be some proven guys in there. And that's where the Patrick Queens in the world come in. The Devin Whites come in. All right, that's where the Brian Burns come in. That's where,
You're ready for one of those heat seekers, man.
Man, I just think when you add somebody to it, and the thing about me, too, free agency, I like to steal from the great. Like, if I'm going to sign a free agent, I want him off playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to sign a non-playoff team free agent. Like, because now I'm like, did you actually help your team win?
Yeah.
Like, I know Patrick Queen helped this team win.
Mm-hmm.
I want to steal you.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Other guys, we got to get a rusher in here. Got to get an end in here. Like, I want to get the right guys, but I also want them to be from a playoff pedigree.
Yes.
Let's say that.
Let me ask you this, because I think it's an interesting question where you can learn to win. You can learn to lose.
Oh, no, losing is a habit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how many times were there in your career where you would watch someone come in who had maybe been a winner before? I'm sure you experienced this plenty of times. And you're like, now that's why that guy right there is a champion.
Man, watching London, how he prepared, Fletcher, prepared like a champion. Just a guy that had been there and did that. Like, it's easy sometimes when you see guys that already have made it to where you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
And you look at their habits.
Mm-hmm.
London, first man in, last man out, studious in the class, but also take care of his body.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you go 14, 15 years and not miss a game.
Incredible. Let's pay some bills. You want to pay some bills?
Yeah, I'll pay some bills, man.
And then let's talk about the draft.
But let's get her done. Mm-hmm. The Get Loud podcast is brought to you by Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Commanders. Bet on a range of NFL markets with Bet365 app. Craft your own personalized bet slip with parlays. Access thousands of games with live streaming. Place your bet before the match or during the game. It's up to you. Download Bet365 app today and join 80 million members worldwide. Age 21 only. Must be physically located in Virginia. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. If you got a gambling problem, call me, Jinx. Call me. MWAA. We don't travel to escape life. We travel so life don't escape us. We could dream of any place in the world, and in the blink of an eye, we're there. That's the wonder of flight. All you had to do is decide where to. Dulles International Airport. Let your imagination soar. Book your adventure today at flydulles.com/nonstop.
Beautiful.
I thank you. The voice of a goddess.
Not even a goddess. Who are we going to pick at number 2? Now, I know you have some ideas.
We just got so many options.
Isn't it a beautiful thing?
It's so great. And I just want to know how the fans would react. Mm-hmm. How do you think the fans will react if we took one of those number 2 second-round picks, not the number 2 pick.
Yes.
The second-round pick, we got 2 of them.
Yes.
Let's say we take the lowest one.
Okay.
And we trade for Justin Fields.
I think the fans would hate it. But
Why?
Because I'm not saying it's the wrong move, but look, let's think from a fan perspective, right?
Yeah.
What is always more popular? The shiny new toy?
The draftee.
The draftee coming out of college who's never played it down, or a guy who's gotten better in the NFL, but who is maybe not a top 10 quarterback, but who's gotten better, but also played for a bad team. I'm not saying it's the wrong call, but if you make that call, you have to believe in that call.
These are the same people that applauded when we skipped Justin Herbert and drafted Chase Young. How can a team without a quarterback skip a quarterback and draft a DN? The logic.
Right.
Everybody applauded it. Great pick. Until it wasn't. Like, at some point, you got to realize this is a prove-it game.
Mm-hmm.
I love Caleb Williams. He hasn't proved anything in the league. I love Drake May. He's done nothing in this league. Mm-hmm. Justin Fields has. And let's work that angle of Justin Fields.
Okay.
We trade that second pick. The second round, second pick.
Mm-hmm. Now
we still got the number 2 pick. You could trade down for a haul.
True.
Not out of the top 10 if you don't want to. You could trade down to 9 with Atlanta.
And get what? A tackle?
I can get the best tackle. I can maybe get the best tight end. I can get whoever I want. Because if I go down, I just got your number 9 pick. I probably got your 2nd round pick.
Yep.
And I got your 1st round next year. So if Justin Fields don't work out, I still got 2 first rounders next year. I can get him. All right? Now, if I get that tackle for Shanu, let's say from Penn State, if I get him blocking for Justin Fields, now I still got the 2nd pick in the 2nd round. I'm still at depth. I can remake the team easily. All right, I can sit here. I could just take Drake May at 2. I could take
maybe Jaden Daniels.
Maybe Jaden Daniels at 2. So many options. But if you're the GM, put your hat on right now, G.
Yeah.
Put your hat on. Where are you going?
Man. I got to take a quarterback. I like Justin Fields. I'm not of the opinion that maybe he'll be better if he goes to a better team. He needs, because that Bears team, especially in the offensive line, they've been really bad. But I wonder how high his ceiling is compared to a Drake May or compared to a Jaden Daniels. So Justin Fields, is he better than a serviceable quarterback? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, and again, I know these guys haven't played it down in the NFL, but if you think that and this comes down to your personal scouting and evaluation.
Yeah.
If you think May or Daniels has a much higher ceiling, because it's such a quarterback-driven league, I think you have to go after one of those 2 guys.
And you only feel that way because we got to pay Justin Fields. That's why you really feel that way. And I think that's what makes.
And you would.
I would pay him.
Yeah.
But I know I don't have to break the bank too. Like if I bring him in before he even takes a snap and pay him a good little salary, I don't have to break the bank with him.
Right.
So I just think it opens up. Because what are your other options? Kirk Cousins. You bringing Kirk back?
Oh, God,
The
no.
best accountant in football, Kirk Cousins.
Nobody's done a better job of making that money than Kirk.
I'm saying,
oh, my God.
Are you bringing brother Russell Wilson in?
Oh, please no.
Oh, please no. We got too many
No.
politicians in D.C.
No,
already.
we
We
don't
don't need a nothing. All right? So what I'm saying is Fields is the best option outside of the draft.
Right.
And if you're looking at your options, I think it's an option, especially with you having to fill a lot of holes on this team.
Yeah.
It's an option I think you have to pay attention to.
Guys, don't forget about SeatGeek. You know you love SeatGeek, the official sponsor of this podcast and the official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. The deal is finalized. They are a member of the family. If you're buying or selling tickets to any event, any live event in the DMV, or to Commanders games as well, it is SeatGeek, the new official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders, so Commanders fans can fan. I think it's fair. You have to look at all options, right? Because you never know what a team will give you, what you might have to pay him, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
So if you're choosing, let's put Justin Fields, let's table him for just a second.
All right.
If you're choosing between Drake May and Jaden Daniels, because I know your comps are, you think Drake May is more of a Justin Herbert, and you said
Josh Allen.
Okay, Josh Allen, and you said Jaden Daniels reminds you of
RG4.
There it is.
But not in a bad way.
Right.
All right. I thought RG was special coming out. I thought the Shanahans did a great job of incorporating and building the offense around him. But straight line speed is the same with these guys. Both terrible when it comes to taking tackles. Laser arms, can make deep throws. Every throw you want them to make, they can make. For me, when I see Drake May standing there at 6'4.5", 230 pounds, it's like, okay, I think I could work with this.
Yes.
All right, and he is a wild card too. Is he has a little Mahomes in him, where he would do these things outside of the pocket, where he'll just flick a ball or throw a ball behind. Like he has that in him, and everybody wants to say, well, he didn't have a great year. Listen, football players, we all battle great years versus bad years. They're just part of it. If I had to pick right now with what I've seen, Caleb already picked.
Yeah.
I'm going Drake May. You not so much? You a Daniels guy?
I go back and forth. I can see either guy, and I'm not trying to be a politician here, and this is when I realize maybe this is above my pay grade a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, this is when I need to see things from a real football perspective that it's hard for the general fan to see. We all have opinions, and it's not that, and I'm not one of those people that believes, you didn't play football. You can't know anything. You can't make decisions.
You can study something.
You can study.
Yeah.
Now, do I know what it's like to play? No, I'll never know. But certainly this is when I think football people, this is what they get paid
This get
to
paid for, yeah.
Yes.
Because it's an identifier. Because when you get in there, you're not trying to identify what they do great. You're trying to identify what they don't do. And that's hard
And
to
what
do.
what they could do.
Yeah, like what they could be. I like that action right there. You got physical.
I got physical
I
with the
see
mic.
talking quarterbacks out there too, Sally. But you got to see what they cannot do, and can they learn that habit? Like when people see Drake May, they like, I haven't seen him in big games. Well, maybe you need to ask his teammates what happened.
Right.
All right, so it's never one player. Then they're like, Jaden Daniels, well, where was this kid when he was at Arizona State? Like, he wasn't making these plays then.
That's right.
Did he only do that because Malik Neighbors is the number one wide receiver in the league that's going first round? And Brian Thomas Jr. is a number one wide receiver in the league that's going first round. Is that the reason he was great? Because I just seen the other two, Caleb and Drake, play with the cupboard bare. And that's how I like it. I like to see my quarterbacks go through something, and it tells me who you are. I don't want to catch you at your finest hour. I want to catch you somewhere in the middle.
And don't you want to talk to players and coaches who can say, this is a great leader. This guy can go off script better than any play I've ever seen, or we got to make sure everything's in order, or this guy can't go off
But
script.
see, that's what I don't. I don't want the quarterback that needs everything perfect.
That's what I mean.
And when I look at this three, I'll say whose situation was better. I think Jaden Daniels' situation was better.
Yeah.
And with everything perfect, he went run the Heisman. He did not win the national championship. All right? And that says a lot to me because you had a team to do it, and you could not get it done with two pro-style weapons on the outside. Says a lot to me.
We're going to pay some. I can't wait for the draft. I'm just excited to see this team in this
I'm
position.
going to be in Detroit. So,
You're gonna be there?
I'm going to be in the
God.
Motown City, living the dream.
You should drive there in a Honda.
Yeah, I should.
That's what you should do.
From D.C.
That's right. You can feel the power of the CR-V Hybrid and Accord Hybrid, Honda's most electrifying vehicles yet. Find adventure one of Honda's rugged SUVs and trucks like the Pilot Trail Sport, Honda's most rugged SUV ever, or experience the thrilling performance of the fun-to-drive Honda Civic with an available turbocharged engine. Get power, performance, and ruggedness with Honda. Find the Honda perfect for you at your local Honda dealer today.
Today, I might drive that Honda to Detroit. You're right.
Yeah, nice. You like driving places anyway.
I love driving.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing like being on the open road. I love to just sightsee and just relax, man. It's something about that road that'll let your mind get at ease.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be one of them people that just buy me an RV.
I was just going to say that.
Just buy me an RV and just ride coast to coast for no reason.
I can see you doing that.
Yeah. Getting out at McDonald's in Missouri.
I'll have 2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. I need one for the road. And with that, we wrap up this week's edition.